Welcome to lesson 2 of week 7, and in this lesson 2 we are going to be discussing the types of trading analysis. We are coming to analysis and I'm excited about that. The 3 types of trading analysis that we have are: number 1, we have sentimental analysis. Number 2, we have fundamental analysis. And the last but not the least, we have technical analysis. These are the 3 types of analysis you do in the forex market in order to make the decision on whether to buy or to sell. The first type of analysis that we have, being the sentimental analysis, is just as the name implies, sentiments. In the sense that you listen to other professional traders give reasons why gold is going to go up. You listen to Robert Kiyosaki give reason why Bitcoin is going to go down or go up. Okay, when you listen to all of these professionals or all of these influential people talk about their sentiments about a particular financial asset, a particular stock, we say that is sentimental analysis. There are people that trade this way. All they do is that they go and follow these people, know what they think and what they feel, and then they make investment decision. But I must tell you that I have done this aspect of sentimental analysis before. There was this particular stock I bought last year because I saw a sentimental analyst talk about it in Yahoo Finance News. So I said, oh, okay. He said that this is one stock that is going to make you a lot of money in this year. So I got that stock. Guess what? The stock has been liquidated. So it is not the best to follow sentimental analysts. You may not be shocked to hear that some of these sentimental analysts are paid to promote particular financial assets. Just know that we are in a world that is so corrupt. Even rating companies can be paid to rate a company high. So you do not base your investment decision, you don't risk your money based on what you hear people say on news. So if I come up on Facebook and tell you that I'm going to be selling gold because of so and so, that is simply sentimental analysis. And then what is fundamental analysis? Fundamental analysis is simply application of economic data to your trading decision or investment decision. Now, this may look so big. I'm going to show you how to trade fundamental analysis quickly, but you need to understand how this works. This is how fundamental analysis works. There are economic indicators that influences the global economy or the economy of a particular nation, depending on the pair we are looking at that the news is going to affect. Fundamental simply means news release. Let's say that today they are going to release NFP news, that is non-farm payroll. If they are going to release this news and financial analysts, maybe from the Wall Street, they releases a data and say that the data for a particular month of interest now is 300. I'm just using an example, a figure, so that you can understand. This is their prediction. And then during the time of news, we have 350 actual. What this means is that since the performance of this very economic data is higher than what they predicted, is going to give a bonus to the currency of interest. In this case, USD is going to cause USD index to go up against other pairs that have USD as their quote pairs. You should know what quote and base pair are by now. So this is simply the technique behind the fundamental analysis. I need you to understand this. If people predict that this our Forex trading school is going to be rating 500, please follow me. I want to put this in the layman language so that you can understand what all this news is all about. If the financial analyst from the Wall Street predicts that by the end of December, the Forex trading school of hard solutions is going to be rating 500. Now, they have predicted 500. And then this prediction, investors are watching it. That, okay, if these people actually hit 500, that means that the health of this company or this school is very, very strong. We have a healthy school out there. We will begin to invest, buy shares of this Forex trading school. Investors are watching. Now, during the release of this data, it now happened that Forex trading school actually came out 450 actual rating now. This is prediction. This is actual. When they predicted 500, and we came up 450. What do you think will happen in the mind of investors? Investors will say, no, we can't invest in this, that they are performing below expectation. What will happen? The shares of Forex trading school is going to drop because investors will not pick interest. But if the actual turn out to be 550, that is above 500 predicted. Professionals predicted that we are going to rate 500. And then when December now came, we outperformed their predictions. What do you think will happen? Investors will pick interest and begin to invest knowing that what? We are outperforming. So what will happen to our share is that our shares will begin to go up. This is exactly what happens with fundamental analysis. When the financial analysts at the Wall Street predict the fundamentals of a company, say their revenue, their sales, employment rate, they say that employment rate is going to increase by 2% and eventually it increased by 3%, you will see that the base pay increase. But when it goes below expectation, you will see what? A decrease. This is what happens in fundamental analysis. This is how you can understand fundamental analysis, how you can interpret. I'm going to show you in the app. We are going to see it practically, okay, in the app. But just understand that this is what fundamental is all about. It's all about actual performance of a company or a pair compared to what analysts forecasted about them. So if they outperform, it will attract investors. If they underperform, it will do what? Repel investors. I think this is the best way you can understand this. All right, so let me quickly talk about technical analysis before I take you to where I will show you how you will know the news that will be released each day and the pair it will affect. We're going to do it right now, but let me now talk about technical analysis. The whole noise you see people making on social media, pay this to learn Forex, my strategy is amazing, it all falls under technical analysis. Technical analysis is that your strategy, is that your method, is you watching the price and saying, okay, whenever I see price do this, whenever I see this indicator do this, I will know that it's time to buy. That's your interpretation of what is happening in the market is what we call technical analysis. Technically, you are using the tools that your MT4 have, say trend line, Fibonacci, you are using this indicator, you are using price action, you are just watching price, maybe your own is market structure change, change of character, or momentum of candle. These are all what we call technical analysis. And guess what? I'm going to teach you my strategy. I'm going to teach you technical analysis based on price action. Remember, I'm not teaching you indicator because indicators lag behind price. The best way to interpret any financial asset is to watch what price is doing and understand the story that price is telling you. Is the best way, but we like shortcut. That is why people go for indicators. I only use indicators once in a while to confirm what my price action have already said. I can never follow indicator when price action is saying otherwise. Price action is the key, is the best. We are coming to technical analysis, which is the sole reason why you are paying money to learn Forex from different people. Now, let's move over to the app that you use for fundamental analysis to know which day news will be released and all of that. You remember that we downloaded a particular app during week 6, my FX book, right? We have this my FX book, we have investing.com. These are all apps that you can use to check fundamental, that is news. We have a Forex Factory, but I'm going to be teaching you with either of these two. Either you use my Forex book or you use investing.com. So let's go over to the app. Now, if you can see my screen, you can see these two apps, investing.com and my FX book. These are the two apps that I use to know the news for every single day. As a matter of fact, if you go to the app right now, you can even see like next week news. They are already published, the time that the news is going to happen and all of that. So let's use investing.com first before we come to my FX book. Okay, you can see the moment I open this, you can see down here, I don't know what kind of device you might be using, but you need to go to economic calendars. You can see down here, calendars. I'm using a tablet, so I don't know what app you might be using, what it might be showing you. And under economic calendar, you will see days. So if you look at any day that you want, let me say this week. So we have Sunday. I'm looking at the week, the whole news that we have. Once you open each day, you will see a lot of news. Now, I want you to take note of this. How do you know that a particular news is going to cause volatility in the market? Because the impact of news is that once there is high impact news, you will see a very high volatility, a very sharp, sudden movement in the price of assets that are being affected by the news. Now, watch this. There are three parts of news. We have these parts with bullheads. We have the currency. We have what is the news. Now, you don't have to pay attention to all the news. You pay attention to only news with three bullheads. Now, this one have only one bullhead. This one has two. Just be following my cursor. Let's go down and find the one that has three bullheads. I'm still going down. We have AUD. You only pay attention to these news that have what? Three bullheads. You check their time. It's going to happen 4:30. Now, I'm in Nigeria, so it's going to be showing me Nigeria time. It's going to be happening by 4:30 Nigeria time. Which day is that? Now, this is news for Tuesday, as you can see here. I'm looking at Tuesday, December 5th. Okay, so, and then you keep going down. So each day you wake up, you are looking for three bullheads. Now look at this. The same Tuesday by 15:45, that is 3:45, around 15 minutes to 4, there will be what? High volatility, and it's going to affect all pairs with USD. USD as base pair or as quote pair, whether the USD is at the right hand side, like I trade XAU USD, so it's going to affect gold. This is how you know the time. So immediately it's time. If you are not trading news, once it's time for news, you stay out of market. Like 15 minutes before time or even 13 minutes before time, you stay out, because it's usually a very high volatility of hunting liquidities up and down. That is when people make the most money. It's also the time people lose the most money. So most of the traders do not stay in the market during this news. But I want to tell you that one way I avoid being haunted by news is trading at higher time frame zone. I'm going to teach you this when we get to technical analysis. So now, at this time, what is the news we're expecting? Look at the name of the news. X&P Global Services PMI. If you go further ahead and click on the news, you will see something about the news. You look at this, you read this. The service PMI release is published monthly by Market Economics. The data are based on surveys of over 400 executives in private sector service company. The survey cover transport and communication, financial intermediaries, business and personal services, computing and IT, hotels and restaurants. Now, they are telling you how to interpret the news, how the news is going to affect the market. This is always the important side for you. He said an index level of 50 denotes no change since the previous month, while a level above 50 signals an improvement and below 50 indicates a deterioration. A reading that is stronger than forecast. Now look at this. If they forecasted, like now look at this one, they forecasted 40.4 and the actual is what? 50.8. I'm using this as an example now. They forecasted 50.4 and the actual is 50.8. Now, they said a reading that is stronger than forecast, that is when the actual is greater, that is stronger, is greater than forecast, is generally supportive, bullish for USD. It would support bullish for USD. That is to say, when the news time has reached, immediately it is that 15:45, that is 3:45 p.m. on Tuesday, you will notice that what USD index, or all the pairs that have USD at their left-hand side, like USD CAD and the rest of them, they will go bullish. Do you understand this? But why a weaker than forecast reading is generally negative for the USD? That is to say, all pairs that have USD by their left-hand side as the base pair or the USD index, they are going to go negative. Do you know what this means for me trading gold? Gold is XAUUSD. If US index or all the pairs that have USD at their left-hand side is going up, is favored by the news to go up, it means that gold that have USD at the right-hand side is going to go down. So that is how to wait for news. You know how your pair is impacted. For me, anytime this news favor USD, I'm going to be expecting to short gold because it has USD at the right-hand side. That is what we call correlation of pairs. Correlation of pairs. I've taught this in my Facebook page. You can go there and look it up. Correlation of pairs simply means understanding how a particular pair is affected by another pair. Like how USD index affects gold is that when USD index is going down, gold should be going up because it has this USD at the right hand side as the quote pair. I think I don't even need to go to FX book. In my FX book, you might see rating. You might not see 3 bull heads. You will see a 3 rating sign. Okay, once the 3 rating sign is highlighted, you know that what is a news that you should look at. So the moment I open my laptop or my phone to trade any day, the first thing I do is to look at news. Which time is there any high impact news? Which time am I expecting this high impact news to happen? Then I read the high impact news, know the interpretation, and go and wait for it. I love to trade news. Okay, so this is high impact news. High impact. The 2 bullhead is moderate impact and the 1 bullhead is low impact. So, but for me, I pay attention just to the 3 bullhead news. Let me mention this. Fundamental analysis do not go against technical analysis. It doesn't go against the trend. Don't let fundamental analysis, the hunting of liquidity, confuse you. Just do your technical analysis, know the trend and stick to the trend. Don't go in opposite direction because it's news. That's one thing people don't understand. Okay, when we get to technical, I'm going to also explain this further. So that is it for fundamental analysis and how it works. I'm going to teach you more of this, how you can combine it when we get to technical analysis proper. And another thing that I want you to note is this. Fundamentals will help you to also invest in stocks, just as I have explained. If financial analysts, they predicted that so and so fundamental of a particular company, let's say Amazon, is going to be, that the revenue of Amazon is going to be 5 billion this year, and Amazon outperformed and had 8 billion, it will attract investors, and what will happen is that the stock price of Amazon is going to go very high. So this is what we call fundamentals, looking at the different economic data, sales, revenue, employment, and so on and so forth, to use it to make decisions, comparing it with what the forecaster said and the actual. That is it. That is what we call fundamental analysis. All right, let's move over to lesson 3.